Okay, so the values are defined. So we have single thing left here. We need to just create a line here, and this line should be tangent, and these things should be tangent. So trim entity like this. Now we have a radius of this arc specified here at radius of 100. Okay, okay. So to make these tangents, so this will be fully defined. If you don't want to make it tangent, then you can specify these values. But I want to make the tangent to directly specify the value. Next thing is we have a cut side here. That's 30 radius and 5 offset distance. So an arc from here to here, and like this, like this. So create a line that should be like this, and the distance we have is okay. So this distance was derived from a point, okay, from this point. So I have deleted the distance. Coincident, make them tangent, make the height 5, create the radius to 30. So it will be created like this. Now you just have to trim out from here, so you can see that there is some, the object is undefined now or underdefined. So to just create this, to separate this line, we have the command split line. Just split the object, keep it constant here, and convert to reference. So now this is the default command, select axis of rotation and the object created line. You can see the section. So inner side is like this, and the other object is here. So now we have another cut. Okay, we have been given a cut here. You can see it's in elliptical shape, but if you see here, the shape can be created with the help of an arc at a radius of 17, at a distance of 25 by 15. So we are going to create a circle first, or you can just directly create an arc. Then go trim out, then define the radius to be 18. The center should be at a depth of 15 from here, and at a distance from center, that is 25. Okay, so this was the shape, and going to revolve cut, select the axis of rotation, and complete. So this was it. Is it clear now? You need to just create a revolve here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
सर
डायग्राम में
कंप्लीट
पैटर्न
होने
बना
बहुत साइड सर, बट सर इसमें तो एक साइड पे ही आया ना सर।
So just select it, create a mirror along the plane,
ओके सर।
or you can just create here, but mirror is more efficient. Okay, you can create again a arc here and just revolve here.
ओके
So any other questions? Any other problem you face? Okay. So from
So
today we have last one.
so last one, sir, is the pattern.
No, yes, that's done. So we have the shape hollow from inside. Okay, we have this shape. So we have this shape here. This is vertical. Okay. So suppose this is our shape. I'm not going to define right now. I'm going to just create a revolve. Okay. This is a rough shape. So you have to create a hole here. So select the circle and just create a hole from extrude cut. We are going to cover hole wizard later. So this is the hole. So to create a pattern, we have the option here, or you can just simply create a pattern because I have already covered the pattern from sketch. So you can just select the axis of rotation. Okay. Select the object. Go to the circular pattern. It will automatically select the center, or you can change from here. Define the number of items just like this. It was easy, and we can also create with the help of circular pattern from 3D object. Select the object. Okay. Select the axis of rotation, number of items, and like this. Okay. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So from today we are going to cover two more commands. Uh, that is swept boss and lofted boss. So swept boss is the basic sweep command. The sweep command is basically you can create a 3D model with the help of a profile and a path. So like you want to create a pipe, or you want to just create a structure, or you want to just create a any rod or a frame. So you have to just first define the path. Suppose I just want to create a path like this, and you have to create a profile at the end point of any side. Okay, like this one. So I want to make it smaller. Exit. Future. Okay, we have a path, we have a profile. Both should be on a different sketch. Okay, so basically we have to create two sketches. And now we can go to the command swept boss, and there are some options. First option is the profile and path selection. In that we have a sketched profile. If you have created a profile, you can select it from here, or if you don't have a profile, then you can create a circular profile from here. So we don't need to create a circle. If we have any other shape like the rectangular polygonal, then we should have created that shape. So in the case of circle, you don't need to create a circular profile from here. You go to the sketch profile. First, we have the profile option. So select the profile. So profile is this. Second, we have to select the path. So select the path like this. So now you can see that a 3D object is created, a 3D structure is created. Now we have some other options. So we can control the sides, the side shape of this object with the help of some guide curve. So we have to create the guide curve first. So I'm going to create after that. Then we have the options here. If you want to follow the path or keep the normal constant. For that, we have to just create a different type of profile. If we select from here, this will give us an error, because if we keep the normal constant, the normal of this profile, if we keep that constant, so you can see that from here it will be a pipe, a cylinder up to this point, and after that there will be a zero thickness error. Okay, because this circle has a zero thickness. So if we keep the normal constant, so at this point the circle just try to move at this direction with normal constant. So that's not possible. So we will cover an example after this. Next we have some profile twist. If you want to twist the profile along the path, but for that also we have to just create another shape, because if we twist a circular entity, it will always remain circular. So for that, I'm going to directly create a other feature. Or okay, so last one we have here is the thin feature. If you want to create a hollow entity, okay, so we have the thin feature here. Just click here, and you can specify the thickness of the feature. So in this way, you can just create a pipe, hollow pipe. So thickness should be defined here, and the direction of the thickness. Now you have to see here from the top. So go to this point. Okay. So now there is one direction. Okay, you want to flip the direction. You can see it will go inside or outside like this. Next we have mid plane. So you can see that if we apply any distance like 1 or zero point 0.5, it will be distributed equally on the both sides. Last we have the two direction. We can specify inner thickness different, outer thickness different. So these are the options in thin feature. So I'm going to just complete it. So this is the script. Now I'm going to delete and going to create a different sketch, a different shape. So now, okay, I will just create a shape like this and create a fillet here. Okay, so I'm not going to define right now. And in the second, we are going to create a rectangle instead of a circle. So center rectangle like this. Okay, so now select the sweep, select the sketch profile, select the path. There are some options that we can apply. Now go to the options. First we have profile orientations. So the profile is following the path. Okay, so the profile will change its direction according to the path. If we select the keep normal constant, so you can see that the upper part will remain same. The path, the constant value, the profile orientation will remain in the same direction. So if you see the profile is flat here, it is also flat here. If we keep it follow path, you can see that the profile rotates. Okay. Next we have some twists. We can specify twist value. So how much twist you need, we can define the degree. So I need to twist it around 180 degree. So you can see the object can be twisted up to 180 degree. Okay, if you want to twist further, 360 degree, it will
Repeat करना.
complete the. We have a twist command. You can simply twist the whole bar here. Okay. So to twist, specify the twist value and specify the degree at which degree you want to twist. Suppose if you want to create a single turn, the value will be 360. If you want to create two turns, the value will be 720, like this. Okay, or you can twist with the revolution. So you can specify the number of turns from here. Right now it's on 0. If I specify 0.25, so you can see that this point is gone to here. Okay, this point should be this, but now I have provided a twist with a revolution of 0.25, so this point is shifted to this point. If I select 0.5, then this point will be here, and if I select 1, this point will be twisted up to 1 rotation, like you can see here. Okay, this point is going to twist and again reach here. Okay, if you don't provide any twist, this point is directly here. Okay, if you provide a twist, this point will be going like this. So you can create a twisted profile with the help of some revolution. Clear? Is that clear or not? Now,
Yes, sir.
if you want to twist it clockwise or counterclockwise, you can just press the reverse value from here. Okay. Okay. Now, if I complete this object, you will see here this surface is different, this surface is different, and this surface is different. So, to combine these surfaces to create a single surface on all sides, there is an option called merge tangent faces. Okay, you see there are edges. If I press this button, merge tangent faces, so all the tangencies will be merged, and you will see only one surface. Okay, sometimes you need a single surface, so you can create it with this option. So next we are going to use some other options like, okay, so if you want to keep the create a relation between this line and this line, we have a relation called Pierce. If you don't see your coincident relation, Pierce is also a coincident, but it is with the other surfaces or other sketches. Okay, so I'm going to create a Pierce relation, and this should be somewhere here. So exit, and now go to the feature, sweep, select the profile, select the path. Now we have an option of guide curve here. Select the guide curve. So now you can see the path it will follow for the outer direction. Okay. So if you complete, the shape will be like this. This face will be straight and this face will be created by default. It will create an automatic shape. So you can change the shape from here again. Like I want a shape that is okay. So it will automatically follow that shape. Okay. So if I go here and select the circular profile like this. Okay. You don't need to create a sketch for circular profiles. You can just go to the circular profile and select the diameter from here. But you cannot control its outer profiles because there is no option of guide curve. Okay. Again, we have options of merge tangent faces and show preview. Done. So curvature display will not be able, you will not be able to understand right now because these displays will be used to analyze the surface. We have some meshed surface, we have some zebra strips, we have some curvature comps, but these are used in the visualization to check the surfaces. So you can use these in the surface tool because there you need to check the surface if it is straight or not. Okay. So curvature display is not used here, right? So now I'm going to going to change the shape from here to circular entity, and I want to, if you want to select the whole object from here, you can just right click and press select chain. You can select it like that, and I want to make it construction, and I want to make it tangent also. So go to the sweep and select circular shape. Okay, there is a error. The relation is here. That's why the error was shown. Okay, so guide curve. Now you can select the guide curve like this. Okay, so this is the sweep command that you can use. If you want to hollow out, there are some other options. You can simply allow the thin feature from here, but for that you have to select that in the first option. After you complete, there will be no thin feature option right here. Okay, tangencies will not work right now because we don't have any other surfaces right now. So object is path tangent by default, so it will create a tangent profile to the path, but we need some another faces to create the generate the effect. So next shape that we'll have is going to create. Yes.
सर जैसे आपने जो होलो वाली पाइप्स बनाई थी पीछे,
Mhm.
उसमें अगर हमें बाहर से सर्कल चाहिए और अंदर से मतलब रेक्टेंगल या स्क्वायर मतलब उस वे में चाहिए तो कैसे करेंगे?
Then we have to create two sweeps, one sweep and other sweep cut. Okay, you cannot just merge two shapes in a single object. Okay, or you can just create the profile like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do that. So you want this rectangular shape inside and circular shape outside. Okay, so you can create the sketch and you can create the path with the so now to select the sweep with this and this. You can create that. Okay, you can just create a sketch, a profile sketch. Is it clear? Okay. So next command we have. So next option that we have is if you create a profile in the middle point, okay, in the mid. So what will be the effects? So I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to select all these lines become solid now. If we create the sweep with the help of this and this, now you can see there are three more options in the sweep command. First is direction one, other is bidirectional, and after that is a direction two option. You can create the sweep in any direction. It depends on you. Suppose I want a bidirectional option, okay, and the feature I want some twist here, the revolution, and I want the revolution in the first direction to be 2, okay, and in the second direction I don't want any revolution, so you can create it like this also. This is a single feature and the face is also a single, okay, so you can see the twist up to and with this feature. You have seen the railings in your home. Have you seen the railings that are twisted like this?
Sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
these things can be created with the help of sweep command. Okay, so this is the basic sweep command, and now we are going to use the sweep cut. So sweep cut will work similarly, but instead of creating a material, adding a material, it will remove the material. So for to remove a material, we just have to create some features. I'm going to create a rectangular shape and apply a thickness like that. So I'm going to create a sketch here. So you can also create a circular profile, circular path like that. And if you want to cut from here, you just define like this and exit and feature and swept cut along this axis. You can create it with the revolve command, but if a path is different, because the basic path, if I create a different path like this, and if I create a point right here like this one and trim it out, okay, like this one. So I'm going to define the radius. This object that should be 100 and this radius should be 150 and this object should be from here at a distance from this point to this point is 100. So you can create this type of profile, okay, and if you select the options merge tangent faces, you can have a single face like that. Okay, so sweep command or sweep cut both are similar, just you can add or remove the material from the command. Now if you see a example, okay, so now we have a shape. We have two flanges, first one here, second one here, two pipes are merged. Okay, so how can we create that? First you have to just check, or first you have to read the drawing, what shapes are given. So you can see that we have this pipe here, and that pipe connects to this flange with a chamfer down here and a different dia cut. And now we have another pipe that joins here, and these pipes are hollow from inside. Okay, this is a connection. So we have to first create two paths. First one will be this one, and second one will be this one at a separate plane. Okay, so now we have 143 distance, 54.2 radius. Okay, I'm going to create path. So I'm going to create in the front plane. I'm going to select this as a base and create like that. So it is 167 or 147, 143, sorry. And we have a fillet here that is of 40 radius. You can see from here, and that 40 radius is up to this point, so it means this distance is 40, and after that we have 16 plus 4, 20 distance. So define the distance from this point to this point, it should be 60. So this is our first path. Now we can just go to the circular profile and define the diameter. We have the dia here 43 for the outside. So to define the dia 43, and you can merge the tangent faces. Just click it like this. After that, we are going to create a base feature also. So the base feature is like that. We have two circles, okay, both connected with a line tangent. So the tangent defined like this, and both are connected with an arc. So we're going to connect them with a circle and the tangent here, and print the entities like that. Now we have the radius of, we have dia 105, so 105 divided by 2, and we have here 80 dia, so it will be 40 radius. We have the distance between them, so we have a distance from this point that is 64.2, so we can just specify the distance 64.2 like that, and we have this offset distance that is okay. If you see here the center line of this object and center line of this object, there is a distance 45.5 given. So this distance is 45.5. We have this radius of 8. Okay, you can see there is the 8 mm radius. So this is our base profile. So to create, extrude, I want to merge it on the upside. We have the thickness of 10. This is the profile, you can see. This is the shape. Now you can see we have a chamfer here or a collar here that is of 90° and at a height of 20 from the base. So if you see, check from here, this height is 10, so this gap is 10, and there is a 90°, so it will be 10 by 45° chamfer. So we're going to create a chamfer from here directly, select the edges and create a 10 by 45°, and this will be the shape, outer shape. Next we have to create a pipe here. So to create that pipe we need to create a path here, a plane here, because the planes we have, this one is right here, second is here, and third is here. We need to create a plane right here. So how can we create the plane? We have the options for reference geometry here. In that we have planes option. we can select a plane option, and now we have to specify at minimum of 1 reference or maximum up to 3 reference. So I want this plane to be here, and that plane is parallel to this face, so I can simply select this face, or I can select the plane, this one. Okay, so after that we have the option here of distance. We can specify the distance by flipping the offset. Now we have to specify the value. So you can see here we have directly this value 64.2 from this point. We can calculate by subtracting from 143, but if you want to define from this point, you can just select that face, define the value 64.2, okay, and click OK. So there is a plane. Now I can select and create a sketch on that plane. Now if you see, if I click a line,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
सर वो प्लेन लेना सिखाना एक बारी.
okay. So if you want a parallel plane, you can just go to the plane option feature. There is the option plane. If you want a parallel plane, you can select the face and the plane will be parallel to that. If you want the plane to be offset, just select the distance from here. How much offset do you want the plane? Okay. And if you want multiple planes, you can specify the number of items from here also. Okay, this is the basic option to create an offset plane to distance which can be specified from this. Okay, you can just click here and change the sides. Just click here and you can change the reference. If you want a plane that is in the mid, like I want a plane that is in the mid of this and this face. Okay, so you can see that we have a plane that is in between this plane and this face. So there will be that plane. Okay, in the exact midpoint. If you want a plane that is at a reference, suppose I need to create a sketch up here, so I can select a face and I can select a point. After that the plane will be created like this. The plane will be parallel to this plane and at a point at this location. So if I select OK, the point will be there. Sorry, the plane will be there. So like this you can create. If you want to create an offset plane, you can simply just press the control button and go to the plane and drag the plane out. Okay, just press the control and just drag out this plane, and there will be a new plane. Again we have the option of offset. So there are many options. We will be going to cover these planes and axes and everything in the 6th session. Right now we have to just create a plane that is offset from this point. So I have selected the plane, selected the space and defined a value of 64.2, and we have the plane here. Now I need to create a sketch. So we need to create like that, and we need to trim out. So now you can see that we have some shapes. Our object is not fixed, so going to cross this entity and we have the center. Okay, you can just select to take one circle and the point and define the concentric relation. This will be coincident. Next we have to specify this center point height. So we have this center height at 80. After that you have to specify the radius. So we know the between gap is 45.5, so divide by 2, that will be 22.75. In the drawing you will see there is a radius of 22.8 and there is a gap of 45.5. That is because the half value of the 45.5 will be 22.75, and we have a single digit precision, so the value is round off to the 8, from 75 to 8. It is a round off value. So next we have to define a relation here also, and you can see that we have a path. Exit out, go to the sweep, select the circular profile, select the path, specify the diameter. We have this diameter of 40. You can see from here that this diameter is of 40, outer diameter. Okay, so our shape is created like this. So we can hide the plane from here or from here. So next we have the option that we have a flange at front like this. If you see the front plane, we have the flange here at the offset of 3 mm and of size, this one 60 by 60, and we have some circles at 44 by 44 of radius. Okay, radius is 4 because dia we have is 8, and the outer radius, fillet radius is 8. So we are going to create the sketch here. We are not going to create a plane right there because we have the option of offset from. So I'm going to create a sketch right here, a rectangular shape that will be like this, and two center lines like that. Construction, both the lines are equal and the distance between 2 points is 66. Okay, so this point will be here. Okay, if you can define this point, just select the circular entity, select the point, define the concentric relation, and this will be created like that. So define the fillets. Okay, we have the fillet radius of 8. Okay, so you can see that we have created the object. If you want to create the holes also in between here, you can define dia to be 8, and you can just define the linear pattern also. You want a between distance of 44, in the other direction you want to by flipping the axis, and you want the distance of 44. Okay, you can see there are some relations missing, so these two should be vertical, these should be horizontal, and there should be a gap of 44, or you can just go there and specify the relation like that. So this is our shape. Read out feature, go to extrude. So we need this extrude to be inside. We need the thickness of 8, and we need to make it offset from this face. So go to from offset 3 mm, and you can see that it will come this side. So just flip the direction. Okay, you can see that the object is created. Okay, so now we have created this flange, this base flange, these two pipes. Now we have to make it follow from inside. So to make it follow, we can use the path of these two sweeps again. I'm going to select the path and make show the path from here. Make the visibility on. Select the swept cut. Select the circular profile. We need the inner dia to be at 30. You can see that inner dia is 30 here and 30 here. So just click complete. You can see a hollow shape, and turn off the visibility. Go to the second sweep, turn on the visibility, select the path, select the swept cut, select the circular profile, define the visibility, define the diameter, and you can see this object is followed. To check from inside, we have the option of section view. Just click on here. You can see the section will be created automatically at an plane. We have this front plane, we have this top plane, we have this right plane. So whatever plane you need, you can select, or you can just drag from here. Like I want a offset, or I want a section at this plane, but not this location, so I can just move like that. We can see this pipe is hollow and merged up to this pipe, and if you click here, you can see this is also merged. So we need this final output. You can just click OK and the section will remain. If you just click here, the section will be closed. So close out. So now this is our shape. Now we are left with some other options, like we need to create some fillets, and we need to create this hollow entity from here. You can see this is also at a taper, so we need to create. So we don't have this thickness, so I'm assuming this thickness to be 5 mm, and because this thickness is also 5 mm, so there is a hole also that is of 74 dia. So I'm going to create that with the help of revolve command. You can see the section also, okay, and just going to create that like this. Define the relations vertical. We have this dimension to be 74 divided by 2, and we need to make this edge parallel to this edge. So this and this should be parallel. So there is no option, so we can just create the angle also that it should be on 45 degrees. So now you can just create a dimension. If you are not able to create, you can just go to the convert entities. Okay. So close the section, select edge. Okay. Okay. We are able to convert the edge right now. Okay. So define the dimension. I think we will be able to define the dimension without the convert entity. Okay. So define the dimension, leave the dimension. Okay. Sometimes you will get this type of error. It will show that this sketch is going to be over defined, so you want to create a driven dimension or a driving. I want to create a driving dimension for this. Okay, what is the error? We have this 45-degree angle, so we have 37 value here. So, okay, there is no value specified here, and okay, so I'm going to delete this 45 and I want to specify the value of 5, and this will be like that. So the depth is 4 mm, so specify the value 4 from here. Okay, so we need this shape. Exit, go to the revolve cut, select the axis of rotation, complete. You can see that we have this shape here, or you can just see it like that. So this shape was required. Next, we have some fillets, and to fillet we have command here. So the fillet radius is equal at every point. You can see this is the radius 4 fillet, and here also this is radius 4 fillet, here also 4 fillet, here also. So we can just select the edges, okay, or we can just select the face like that. The radius we need is 4, okay. So if we select this face, it will going to create outer edges at a fillet, but we don't need that. So in that case, we have to just select this point. Okay, and we have to just select that point also and that point also. So select these edges and we'll be able to create some fillets like that. Okay, then after that we have to create some hole here. So I'm going to create a hole somewhere here and somewhere here. Okay, first check the radius. We have these holes of 8 dia and this holes also at 8 dia. So PCD here is 66, PCD here is 91. So both the holes are of similar dia and we need a PCD right here and right here. So PCD of 66 and PCD of 91 and the diameter of this hole is 8. So I'm going to make both equal. So if I change the value of one, the other will also be changed. So you can see that this is movable right now. So I'm going to select these 2 points and define a relation vertical. I'm going to select this and the center point, define the relation vertical. Define the construction geometry here. You can now pattern the object from here, circular pattern. So you can see the by default center it choose is the origin. I want the origin to be this point. So click here and just click on this point. Okay, now you can see that these objects are not fully defined. So if you move, you can see the center of all these circles are movable. So just drag that to the center and it will be created like that. So we need the pattern to be editable. Okay, so I'm going to create outside. So just feature select extrude cut this circle through all. Okay, and create a pattern of that from here. Circular pattern, select the circular axis. You can select this or this. Okay, because the axis same, number of items 6, and go to the sketch here, go to sketch and create a extrude cut to wall, complete, create a pattern, circular, number of items 8. Okay, we need the number of items 6 here, 8 here. So it was variable. Okay. So it will be created like that. So this is our final output and now check some values. We have created this 80 value, this 64, this radius 8, 105. This. We don't need these angles because we have created it with the references from these dimensions. These are over-defined references. 45 we have 85. Okay, I have selected the value 80, not 85. So go here, double click, define value 85 and rebuild from this object or this command. So continue. We have some error. Okay, we have some error at the fillet. First check this is 85. So go to the fillet, check because okay, we have some missing edge. Delete that edge, select that edge again. And next we have created this angle, this 74, this radius 4, these values, this one, this 43. Okay, now you can see that there is a diameter of 43 here and there is a dia 40 here. So we have not created that 40 dia right here. So we're going to create, so sketch, create a circle of 40. Okay, So we don't need to create another circle. We'll just select the extrude cut up to surface, this one, and we need to flip the cut side. You can see that this is here and this is here. So this was our final output. In this way you can select the switch. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So next
Sir, if we want to hold on a curved surface, then what we can do?
we can just create a plane. Suppose we need a hole here. So we can just create a plane aligned to this surface. Go to the plane. I need a plane. Okay. For curved surface. Okay. We need to define the orientations. We can select the flat face, but to convert this object or this plane to rotate this plane, we need an axis. So first we need to create an axis. So like I have created the axis from this point to okay. We have a point. Okay, we need 2 points. We need to specify 2 points. Okay, we have 2 points. We have this point and this point, so you get an axis at the center. Okay, we need to create a plane like this and select the axis, and you can define that angle. I want at 45 degree. Okay, so we just create a sketch at that. Whatever shape you need, just draw that shape. Exit, feature, extrude, cut. Okay, I need that to be inside through all. Okay, if you want it from the center, just make it offset and define the offset value like that, and you can just create it like that. Go to the sections, you can see the object is created like that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, we have another option. You can do this with another option. So for that, okay, I'm not going to create it with the help of plane, axis, everything. I just need to create a sketch. Okay, first I'm going to create a circle. I'm going to create a sketch here. I'm going to create a circular shape here. Okay, second I'm going to create a line on which axis we want to. I want the circle to be right here. Like this. Okay. So go to the extrude cut, select. I want this direction. Okay. Then I want it to be offset to be valued like that. Now we have an option here, direction of extrusion. So I can select the direction of extrusion to be like that. Okay, this is the direction vector option, direction of extrusion. You can specify the direction from here. Okay, but you need a sketch or a reference for that. You just create a sketch like that and it's okay. So you will be able to create a hole without creating any plane. You just need to create a direction. You can turn off this after that. Okay, any question? You can always extrude in the direction, any direction you want. I need a sketch on the top plane. I'm going to create a rectangular shape. Okay, now we have also created this sketch. So to feature extrude, we need to extrude this shape. Okay. If you want any direction, just you can see here there is a blank option, that is direction of extrusion. Normally it is normal to the plane, normal to the sketch. You can just select the direction and the object will be extruded in that direction. Okay, that's the main advantage of direction vector. Yes.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So next command that we have is the loft. Okay, it is called lofted base. In some software like Creo, it is called swept blend. In CATIA, it is multi-section sweep. Okay. So basically, it is a multi-section sweep. You can create different profiles at different points. Like I need a rectangular shape here, and I need a circular shape here. You can create with the help of loft. So I'm going to use this shape again. Okay, I'm going to click the sweep. I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm going to create a new sketch and create a shape here. I need a rectangular shape, and at an offset, and we need to create a plane, and on that plane I need a circular shape. Okay, so I need to create a object that is rectangular at this point and circular at this point. So to create that, we need to just select the loft command. You can select this shape here and this shape here. You can see that we complete the command. We have a rectangular shape here. We have a circular shape here. Okay. So the loft command simply joins multiple profiles. You can also define the center line. You can also define the guidelines. So if you want this object to be at an angle, like, okay, first of all I'm going to create path in the front, and that path is going to be like that.